Good morning. And
Hello.
yes, we're drinking tea today.
Having a tea party, aren't we?
We are. It's the Great Guide Dogs virtual tea party. And although you have tea in the afternoon, well, we're having it now.
Just for a change.
Yeah.
Like.
So cheers. And we've got a little mate who's come to join us.
Oh.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're talking about guide dogs today. Julie from Site Support Rydale advised us that it's this virtual tea party today for the guide dogs in order to raise funds for the Guide Dogs Association, because like lots of charities and organisations, they're struggling at this particular time, and we know how much it makes of a difference to somebody's life having a guide dog. So we want to do what we can to help.
We do. So nearly everything today is about that.
Tea.
Anyway, yeah,
and guide dogs.
Tea. I've even got my doggy mug. This is my Labrador mug. I don't know if you can see that. If I hold it a bit nearer. Loyal Labs, it says on the mug there. It's lovely.
And you're cheating because you've got coffee.
I am, yeah.
But I'm not.
I'm a bit of a morning coffee
I'm
drinker.
a purist. Shall we say good morning?
Oh.
Oh, who have we got then
Let's
this morning?
Let me scroll back. Hang on.
Good morning.
Walk on down a bit there.
Who have we
We'll
got?
start the very
Maureen.
beginning. Oh, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, friends.
Yeah,
good morning,
that's right.
Anne. Good morning, Hannah. Morning, Dorothy. Morning, Roz and Howard. Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Started off a bit grey, but it's brightened
I
up
was a
now.
bit, disappointed this morning because it's the first morning I've woken up at sort of 6 o'clock and it's not been sunny for a little while.
It's amazing how quickly we get used to it,
isn't it? Yeah.
I must say, I have cast a cloud.
Have you?
I have. The vest's off.
I've got a jumper on still.
That's all, though. The jumpers are still on.
Oh. Yeah, anyway, so hang on. So Jennifer's there. Good morning, Jennifer.
Morning, Jennifer.
And Iris.
Yay.
And Anne.
Yeah.
Hello.
Sun everywhere, says Jennifer.
Oh, that's nice.
All sunshine.
That's really nice, isn't it?
That's
That's
the kind
really,
of backdrop
really nice.
we like,
It is, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Lovely.
Right,
now then, go on.
Shall I introduce
Yeah, you
Right,
do
we
that.
never know who's doing what. But anyway, we've got a quiz for you today.
Oh, yes, we have, haven't we?
It's super exciting. A quiz. There's going to be 5 questions interspersed throughout each of the little things that we're doing today. And we want to see what your answers are. If you can put them in the chat, that would be really great.
Yeah.
And then at the end, we can see how many people got.
Okay.
So this is all to do with the virtual tea party.
All right. So we'll go with question 1 then.
Yeah.
So this is question 1. How many cups of tea are drunk in the UK on a typical day? How many cups of tea are drunk in the UK on a typical day? We don't want the answers on the postcard. We want the answers in the chat.
Answers on the chat. And it's a lot. An awful
It's a
lot.
lot,
Because
isn't
we
it?
bits like our tea, don't we?
It is quite a lot, isn't
Right,
it?
well, while you're thinking, we're
Yeah.
going to do our song, aren't we?
Okay, yeah. So our song today is Right Said Fred,
It's in your book.
which is number 1 in your songbook.
Oh, is it number 1?
Yeah, it is actually number
Oh,
1.
great.
I hope it's number 1. I think it is. Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Here we go then.
Right, hang on.
Ready?
Buttons. Okay, let's go for it then.
Whoa.
That was my first error this morning. There we are, right.
Are we ready?
It won't be the last error. Hang on.
No.
Okay, fair enough.
Here
Ready?
we go.
Right said Fred, both of us together, one each end and steady as we go. Tried to shift it, couldn't even lift it. We was getting nowhere, and so we had a cup of tea. Right said Fred, give a shout for Charlie. Up comes Charlie from the floor below. After straining, even and complaining, we was getting nowhere, and so we had a cup of tea. Charlie had a think and he thought we ought to take off all the handles and the things that held the candles. Well, it did no good, I never thought it would. Alright, said Fred, have to take the feet off, get them feet off, wouldn't take a bow. Took its feet off, even with the seat off, should have got us somewhere, but no. So Fred said, let's have another cup of tea, and we said, right-o. Right, said Fred, I have to take the door off, make more space to shift the so-and-so. twinges, taking off the hinges, and the got us nowhere. And so we had a cup of tea. Right said Fred, have to take the wall down. That there wall is gonna have to go. Took the wall down, even with it all down, we was getting nowhere. And so we had a cup of tea. Charlie had a think and he said, look Fred, I've got a sort of feeling, if we remove the ceiling with a rope or two, we can drop the ladder through. Alright, said Fred, climbing up the ladder with his crowbar, gave a mighty blow. He's in trouble, off a ton of rubble, landed on the top of his dome. So Charlie and me had another cup of tea, and then we went home. Oh dear.
Did we have a crash or not?
We did, but it didn't work. Anyway, I got my crash button all wrong.
Oh dear.
Anyway, that was a bit... we couldn't play that as fast as that little film. The little film was actually made for that song back in 1962, because you might remember that song was by Bernard Cribbins. Remember him?
Bernard.
Oh, Bernard.
Is he called Captain Jack now? Or
he is Captain Jack now, yeah. That is, he had a second, even possibly third career as Captain Jack.
And he's still going strong with the kids, isn't he?
I think he's 80 odd, but he's still going strong. But anyway, his other hit of the time was Hole in the Ground.
Yeah.
Remember, there we were digging his hole, that one. But what that particular song, Right Said Fred, is written by the same man who wrote another particular favourite of mine.
What's that then?
A Windmill in Old Amsterdam.
Oh, that
which
is
is
his
an early
favourite.
60s sort of comedy song, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, there we are.
Oh, now then, the answers are rolling in.
Oof, here we go. Now, what we got?
How
Ooh,
many
look at
cups
this.
of tea?
Oh, wow.
Let's see
wow,
who
wow,
said
wow.
what.
Oh, gosh, numbers, blimey. You've given
my
us lots
word.
of numbers here. Whoa.
Go back.
Whoa.
All right,
Wow.
Anne says 15 million.
Yeah, 20 million.
Close. 5. I can't even read that number, Iris. It's way too big for my little brain.
That might be 50 million, I think, that one. Morning. Andrea says morning. Good morning, Andrea.
Dorothy
says
30.
100 million, Howard.
Oof. Oof.
Ah, good.
Oh, morning, Diana.
Morning, Diana.
Andrea.
Yeah, he did. Andrea, he did.
He did sing this song.
Yeah,
it is a good song. It's so funny. It's
Anne,
so fast.
Anne says Dave said 100 million.
Any more for any more?
Oh, hang on.
No.
Oh,
Clippity clop, says Diana.
Yeah.
That's not the answer.
No, it isn't.
Are we going to give the answer
Yes,
then?
let's give the answer then. So
go.
the answer to that question is... So the question was, how many cups of tea drunk in the UK on a typical day? The answer is 165 million.
Oh,
well,
wowee.
What about that?
And another 165 million and one.
Yeah, it would have been on 2, but I've stuck with the coffee today. I'm cheating. Right.
Now then, what have we got next? So, got another question.
Yeah, I've got another question. So this is question 2. There are 5 questions. This is question 2. Question 2 is, what brand of tea gets its name from the Chinese word for doctor? What brand of tea gets its name from the Chinese word for doctor?
Thinking.
Yeah.
All right, well, while you're thinking...
This one had me stumped.
Have a listen to this. This is our lovely friend Anne telling us all about her beautiful guide dogs.
It is indeed. Okay.
Hi Anne.
Hi Anne.
Hi then, Ruth. Hi Neil.
Hello.
So today is National Guide Dog Tea Party Day.
Party day. It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I believe, well, you've got a beautiful guide dog, Millie. Oh, we love Millie.
We do.
Everybody loves Millie.
But I believe you've had lots of guide dogs over the years, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, Millie's my 6th.
Oh wow.
And yes, her tail's wagging like mad here. She knows
hear
talking
it.
about her. She knows. She's always so proud that everybody talks about her. Everybody wants to see her, and everybody talks about her.
Oh,
But she's the most important person around.
She
But she takes after one of my other dogs. I've only had 2 retrievers, pure retrievers.
Yeah.
And the other one was the only dog I've had. I've had all bitches apart from Omar. Now, Mr. Sharif, he was called. And it was because of the eyes.
Oh,
Big dark eyes.
lovely.
And in fact, I heard somebody once say when I was on the train, I didn't know they used such good-looking dogs for that job.
I think
He
they're
was
looking
very, very handsome, wasn't he?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, very handsome.
Have you got a story about?
But I've got a story about Omar.
Oh, lovely.
I've got lots of stories about them all, but a little story about Omar, who always took things very literally. And I was always having to direct him. He wouldn't think for himself, bless him. But that's a retriever for you. You have to tell them what to do. And I was walking up a street in Newcastle, and I got to the top of this particular street, and the street has a metro station at the top of it, and it also has a monument, Gray's Monument. And I said to Omar to go to the metro. I said to him, find the steps. So we were near enough for him to go and find the steps, and he'd done it often enough. So I find the steps, Omar, and so he stopped, and I said, good boy, off you go. And instead of going down the steps to the metro, I suddenly realised he was climbing up the steps.
Oh.
I thought, there's no steps up to the metro, it's got to be down. So I said, Omar, that's not the right steps. And I suddenly realised it was the monument he was starting to climb. Well, I was in hysterics. I thought it was so funny.
Oh, it is.
I thought it was hilarious. And somebody came and said, are you lost? Are you? And I just couldn't stop laughing to tell them what the problem was, because I just thought it was so funny that I told him to find the steps. The nearest steps were the ones to climb the monument.
He's very literal, wasn't he?
Yes.
Oh, bless him.
Up we were going.
Oh, gosh.
If he could have spoken, he would have said, "Are these the steps you want, Mum? Are these the right steps?"
And then he would have said, "Well, you did say find the steps."
He was
And that
doing
was
his
him.
job, wasn't he?
Bless him. But I just thought it was funny. Other people probably thought, the dog's doing the wrong thing, but I just thought it was hilarious.
Oh, wow.
What would have happened if you'd have continued to climb those steps, Anne? You know.
I didn't wait around to find out what would have happened. I just set off. I think I realised quick enough. I think he went up 2 or 3, and I suddenly stood there and thought, no, this isn't right.
Of all the guide dogs that you've had, do you have a favourite, or are they a bit like children? They're all equally loved.
They're all equally loved. They're all different characters.
Yeah,
they really are. I mean, they say they match them to the person, but we all have different personalities, and so do the dogs. There's no doubt about it. Some have been easier to work than others. Some have been easier to fit into the family than others.
Yeah.
I guess Pippa was probably the easiest to settle in.
Yeah.
And I guess Honey was probably the most conscientious worker. But they've all had their different personalities.
Here's a question for you, Anne. Can you? I think did you say you've had 5 dogs?
6.
6 dogs.
Well, and Millie's the 6th.
Millie's the 6th. Can you name them in order, starting with the first?
Oh yes, easily. Jasper, and she's Jasper, P-A, so she's a girl, Jasper. I got started in 1973, so we're going back a long time. And Jasper was a pure Labrador, quite a big bitch, quite big, strong, but she suited me at the time. And then we had Omar, our dear Omar, who was, say, being a retriever. He had health problems, but actually he lived the longest of all of them, but which is amazing, really, because of all his health issues. Then we had Honey, and Honey was just brilliant worker, lovely personality, so easy to work, and she was a non-thieving Labrador.
Wow, they broke the mold.
I know, you don't get many of those, do you?
No.
You wouldn't touch anything. She was just perfect.
Gosh, she didn't like chocolate then.
Nope. Out of boxes, nothing. You could leave anything on a table, she wouldn't touch it. which is amazing for a Labrador,
It is.
pure lab. Her favourite thing was a frisbee.
Yeah.
Anything for a frisbee.
Yeah.
And then we have Becky. Now that was a bit of a cultural shock after Honey, because Becky was well, we always called her Naughty Becky, which she always was. She'd thieve anything. She was a Lab Retriever cross, and she would thieve anything. When she was working, when she wasn't, it didn't matter. Chewing gum on the pavement, cigarette ends, anything she'd pick up.
Yeah.
And then after that, I got Pippa, which was a whole different ball game after Becky, thank goodness, because she worked so easily. She was very, very gentle. Again, a Lab Retriever cross, but she just had the good bits of both. She was easy to work. She wasn't distracted, and she didn't particularly thieve at all. I can't think of anything she thieved. And then we get Millie, who's just a little princess, and that's what she believes she is, and that's what everybody else believes she is. And
she is. Yeah.
She's just adorable. But again, a bit like any retriever, I have to keep on at her when she's working to concentrate.
And can I just finish by asking you that having a guide dog, what impact it's had on your life?
Well, I think they call them life changing. And I think that it does, because it gives you the independence. I know you can use a cane to get out and about when you can't see. And I know you can use other people to walk about with when you can't see. But to have the freedom to be able to just walk with the dog whenever you want to go, wherever you want to be, and to have this independence that I've been able to have all my adult life anyway. I just think it's been brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Anne. That's really great. And so if people want to donate to Guide Dogs to the Blind, we're going to put a number up, and obviously all donations would be gratefully received, because you never know, you might be helping somebody else change their lives.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's lovely. Thank you.
That's wonderful, Anne. Thank you ever so much.
Okay.
Oh, that was nice, wasn't it? Yeah, thank you, Anne.
I love listening to Anne talk.
Yeah, I do as well.
She paints a wonderful picture, doesn't she?
Really nice.
And as for Millie, yeah, she might be a princess, but we like princesses, don't we?
Yeah.
She's gorgeous.
She's a beauty, isn't she?
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, we've had some answers pouring in for our question.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Now then, we've had one or two.
What have we got?
Well,
Iris says lapsang.
Yeah, that's a good guess, that one, but it's not correct. But Anne's right. Anne says it's well, let's see if Anne's right. I've got my question up again.
So what was the question again?
The question was, which brand of tea gets its name from the Chinese word for doctor? And the answer is Typhoon.
Typhoon.
Of course it is, you're saying.
Anne's right.
Yeah, once you get the answer, you go, of course it is, isn't it? But we didn't know it before,
No,
did we?
not at all.
We didn't know it before.
Oh, so I'm just going to have a slurp of my tea.
Have a little
and then we're going to
slurp.
sing another song.
We are, aren't we?
Yeah.
But should we have a question before the other song?
Okay. Question 3. Are you ready? Whilst
Right,
this
question
one's
3.
being sung.
Okay, so
Go on.
I hope you're keeping score. How many you've got now? Question 3 is, in the nursery rhyme, Polly put the kettle on. Who took it off again?
I expect you all to get this right. There's no excuses. You've got to get this one right. Oh dear. We needed a scoreboard, didn't we?
Yeah.
Anyway,
we
now
did.
we're going to sing another song about tea.
So this one is
What are you
Everything
thinking?
Stops for Tea. I've got the words up, so
Yeah.
you should be able to,
Yeah.
hopefully, got the right teeth in, you'll be able to follow it. Okay,
Here we go then.
here we go. Right.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I am.
The
Factories may be roaring, with a boomer like a zoomer like a wee, but there isn't any roar when the clock strikes 4. Everything stops for tea. Oh, a lawyer in a courtroom, in the middle of an alimony plea, has to stop and help them pour when the clock strikes 4. Everything stops for tea. It's a very good English custom, though the weather be cold or hot. When you need a little pickup, you'll find a little teacup will always hit the spot. Oh, the soldiers may be fighting battleship at sea. But there isn't any war when the clock strikes 4. Everything stops for tea. It's a very good English custom and a stimulant for the brain. When you feel a little weary, a cup will make you cheery. It's cheaper than champagne. Now I know just why Franz Schubert didn't finish his unfinished symphony, 'cause he might have written more, but the clock struck 4. Everything stops for tea. That's a nice little, it's a little ditty song, that one, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a real ditty.
I don't know much about that song, except if those of you who remember the 60s in a bit of detail will remember Long John Baldry. I'm sure you will remember him.
Long John Silver, then?
No, not Long John Silver. He was in the 60s as well, Ruth, on the telly. But no, Long John Baldry was a really tall singer. He was about 6'5" to 6'6", I think.
Right.
And he had a hit with that.
Did he?
It was a minor hit, but
Yeah.
everything, strangely.
Strange.
He was going through his ditties about tea phase, I think. Anyway,
right,
yeah,
so
okay.
what answers have we
so,
had
so
then?
See if we have any
Let's
answers come
see.
through on that one. Bum, ba, ba.
So what was the question again? Polly put the kettle on, but who took it off?
Oh, we've had,
yeah.
We've got a full house there. Everybody, lovely, lovely.
Oh,
Yeah, fantastic.
oh, wonderful.
So,
yeah.
So hang on, because I've done these, I'm going to actually do them regardless.
You spent
Right, so
hours
the question
doing
was,
this.
if the nursery pie Polly put the kettle on, who took it off again? It was Suki! Yeah, it must be. I think Ruth put something in the coffee this morning. I don't know why. I feel a bit giddy. Even giddier than usual.
I didn't put the usual, what do you call it?
Yes, Diana.
Baileys.
Yeah, she's quite right. If you remember the 60s, you weren't there. I've read that.
Right then, what have we got now?
Oh,
Another question.
have we?
Yeah.
Oh, we've got, yes. Right, okay, another question. A further question.
You're doing very well, everybody.
Yeah,
Keep
yes.
it up.
Now then, which famous film features a tea party on the ceiling?
This is a trick question.
Yeah, exactly. Which famous film features a tea party on the ceiling? No, it's not sugar, Diana. It's just coffee.
Right then, we've got another interview for you.
We have.
This time it's from
Well, Julie at Site
Julie.
Support. So we had a little chat about those, some matters, didn't we?
We did.
Ah, she's there.
Hi,
Hello,
Look at
hiya.
that do. I'm loving it.
Oh, my new hair.
It looks
Yeah.
gorgeous.
I was so glad to get it done.
Oh, I know. I
Right.
cannot wait to get mine cut. I know what you mean. I'm just changing the names.
I can see your hair's grown, Neil.
I've had mine wound in, Julie. Do you remember that with dolls years ago? You could wind the hair and
Yeah.
hair grows. You can make it long. I think I overdid it. It won't come out again now.
I was going to say, have you been pulling the hairs on your legs and it pulled everything through?
Yep. Each one of those represents a day of lockdown. Anyway, you're looking very good.
You're looking
Thank
glamorous.
you. Thank you.
Glamorous. We were also talking to Anne about, the impact of having a guide dog and what a difference it makes to a person's life. So, do many of your guys have guide dogs within Site Support? Yeah.
So at the minute, yeah, there's just Millie, Tommy, and Leon.
Are these the names of the dogs?
Yes, yes.
Oh, do you feel like you know them?
Yeah, you do get to know them.
Yeah.
You know,
And have you seen the impact that it has on people's lives, sort of firsthand?
yes.
What does that
definitely.
involve then, Julie?
Well, obviously the one that I've had the most impact with has been Anne and Millie, and and she was my first sort of real experience of a person with a guide dog that I had regular contact with. And it just blew me away, how much she was in tune. At the time, it was Pippa that she had, and how much her and Pippa were in tune with each other, and how totally trusting Anne was of Pippa, and literally put her safety in the hands of the dog while she was out and about. And again, I have seen how a dog can be worked properly, as per guide dogs, and that is Anne with Pippa and Millie. She is absolutely spot on.
Mm.
Do you
So,
know anything about the training of guide dogs? Do you know what it involves?
well, yeah, I mean, it involves, being from birth. The dog goes to what is called a puppy walker,
Yeah.
and it goes to a puppy walker. I don't know how much Anne's told you.
No, she hasn't told us any of this.
They go to a puppy walker for about a year, and they get all of the naughty bits in the. They've got to train the puppy to be socialized, and they get all of the puppy teething problems. So they get the hard end of the job. But their job really is just to socialize the dog and to introduce the dog to all different kinds of experiences that it
Right.
will encounter
Yeah.
when it's a guide dog. So they'll take it out on public transport, and they'll take the dog into shops, and they wear a little harness called guide dog puppy in training.
Yeah.
And it's about socializing them, getting used to the outside world, and getting them trained to accept commands like you would a normal puppy. If
Yeah.
anyone had a puppy, you'd get them house trained and used to that. And then after that period of time, the dog goes back to guide dogs for the blind, and that is where they get their serious training.
Right.
So by the time they go back for their serious training, the puppy walker will have had to have ticked off a lot of boxes. Has it been to a railway station? Has it been on public transport?
Yeah.
Have you been this place, that place, the other place? And then it goes back and it does, some quite intensive training. I'm not sure how long that is, but it's about 6 months. Anne would know that more than
Yeah.
I. Where it does get that intensive training, and it has to go through a test to make sure it can be homed with a blind person.
They don't all pass, do they?
They don't. No, they don't. And I mean, each brood bitch can have litters of, 6. I don't know what's normal for dogs, but 5, 6, 7 puppies maybe. And out of that, you might only get 1 or 2 that actually make it to being a guide dog. But at the same time, all of those puppies are put out with puppy walkers. So, they are still costing the guide dogs vets fees, food fees, feeding them. Um, the puppy walkers don't get anything for doing that. They just don't have to pay for the food or the vet's fees, and that's their only concession.
Yeah.
So all the time, the dogs are costing money,
Yeah.
and then when they don't make it, there's quite a lot. Well, I think there's probably more don't make it than do.
Yeah.
Do,
Oh,
do you know how much it costs?
no idea.
For a guide dog from birth to end of working life,
Yeah.
it would cost about £56,000 per
Oh
dog.
my goodness.
Um,
That's a
you know,
lot, isn't
it's a
it?
lot of money. Yeah,
So
it
that's
is.
why really the guide dogs for the blind are having this big drive, because I guess they've lost a lot of income over the course of the pandemic, and so
Yeah.
anything that anybody can contribute towards this is going to help somebody who's lost their sight.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
absolutely.
The right
Take
thing
the
to do.
call. Oh, you've got the ears on. Lovely.
That's a rabbit.
I'm super excited
No,
to
but
wear these tomorrow.
You're meant to be a dog, not a rabbit. That was a rabbit,
Oh
wasn't
yes,
it?
sorry, I'm getting.
I don't know many dogs that do that.
Well, I do.
Do you?
Dougal.
Oh, do? Oh, yes. Yeah.
Anyway,
Our
I'll stop
daughter's
being
dog does
silly.
that. He lies on his back and does that when you go.
But he's not a lab.
And
Well, I think they're so intelligent. They know, don't they?
yeah.
We had a dog that used to sleep underneath the counter in our kitchen in her bed, which was right next door to the fridge. And every time you open, she was a smart dog, retriever,
she was,
Labrador retriever, open the fridge door,
she'd sort of look in the fridge door, but if she caught your eye, you were looking at her, she'd go, I'm not looking in the fridge. I promise I'm not looking.
Yes.
Needless to say, we used to open the fridge door many more times than was actually necessary to get this response. Having this chat about.
Do you want to say something quickly about Site Support
Yes,
Rydale?
please do. Yeah.
Yeah, just that we will support anybody with any level of sight loss. You don't have to be totally blind. You can, just be at the start of your sight loss journey, but come to us and we can start that support process and to enable you to continue to live as full a life as you have been. And just to do it independently, to live your life independently with sight loss. That's what we're here for.
Okay, well, that's great. And we'll make sure that message gets out loud and clear.
We obviously, they can contact us by telephone at Site Support Rydale, and we're on 01653 698860. Or they can call into our office, and our office is at the side of Norton Hyde Library on Commercial Street, Norton. Or they can just go onto our website. Just type in Site Support Rydale in your Google web search, and it will bring you to our lovely website, which has lots of photographs and lots of information of the things we do and how you can join us, and also how you can donate to us.
Oh, that was lovely, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much, Julie.
Yeah, lovely to talk to you, Julie.
Yeah, it really was nice.
And I'm very envious of the Barnet. Yeah. Do you like my ears? I've got my ears on now.
You've got them on.
Oh yeah, I couldn't wait to get these on. Now then, have we had some answers?
We did have some answers, didn't we? Oh, we had some good answers.
Oh. By the way, hi Karen. Glad to see you found us over on Facebook.
Yeah, and
Morning,
Sandy
Andrea.
as well. Good morning,
Oh, and
Sandy.
Sandy. Hi, Sandy.
Yeah, okay. Oh, no, we forgot. We did. Julie mentioned we forgot about Livy.
Oh.
Livy. So I think Livy must be a dog, one of the dogs. So
yeah. No, Karen, you're wrong. It's not Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
no, it's not. No,
Nope.
because.
Nope.
Now, what was the question for that one?
Yep.
It was, wasn't it? So.
Well, where was the
tea party on the ceiling? It was Mary Poppins.
Ah, somebody said Mary Poppins too.
Yeah, maybe there was one on Mary Poppins too. Actually, Jennifer suggested Harry Potter. Yeah, that's a really good guess, isn't it? Because I wouldn't have been at all surprised if there'd been a tea party on the ceiling at Harry Potter. There should have been, shouldn't there? Maybe we should have to ask them to rewrite it.
Right, here's the last question.
Now then, last question. Yeah, okay. Last question of you 5. This one. According to a national poll in 2020, what is Britain's favourite biscuit?
Oh.
We haven't got any biscuits at the moment, have we?
I wish we had some. We're trying not to eat them.
Yeah, we're a biscuit-free zone at the moment.
Only till Saturday.
When the next lot of shopping comes, is that
yeah. So you're going to tell everybody how they can donate to
Oh yes, I am. So
if
you've been at all stimulated to think about donating to the Guide Dogs Association, because obviously it costs such a lot of money to have these wonderful dogs trained and helping people. There's when you go to their website, just Google Guide Dogs, you should find the website, and this is what the page looks like if you're donating. So if you can see that, and it makes a suggestion of some amounts you might donate, but also you can donate any amount, and that's the website address. Yeah. Guidedogs.org, donate now.
I'm sure any pennies would be well.
Yeah, they would be.
Welcome.
I'm sure they would be. Yeah, there we are.
Right.
Okay, so we haven't answered that biscuit. Is that anybody answering the biscuits now? Any biscuit fans out there?
What have we got coming up? Hang on, go back. Not sure, but I think Meryl Streep was at the tea party on the ceiling in Mary Poppins. Was she?
Mary Poppins 2.
I haven't seen that.
So I'm wondering now whether the answer is Mary Poppins 2 rather than Mary Poppins. But surely it would have been in both, would it?
Oh, it was definitely in one.
Okay.
For sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Iris, for that piece of info.
Yeah.
Yes, it was, and it was nice to hear that. Oh, and Andrea mentions about she had friends who did puppy training, but they got to keep the dog because it was a bit naughty.
Sounds like a bonus to me. Right.
Exactly. Now, the biscuits should be a plain chocolate hobnob, says Diana. Chocolate whole wheat. Yeah, custard creams. Ooh, rich tea.
Hobnobs.
Hobnobs,
Oh,
oh, it's-
digestives. Well, I'll have to put your chocolate digestive from Karen.
My
It's-
mouth's watering.
Yeah, oh, it is, isn't it? Yeah, I know. Right, there we go. So, according to National Poll, what's Britain's favourite biscuit? It is the chocolate digestive.
Yay.
I should have had a fanfare, shouldn't I? Next time we do a quiz, I'll have a fanfare.
So then, come on, be honest. Who got them all right?
Yeah, come
Anybody
on.
get them
Hands
all
up.
right?
Chocolate digestive, yes, indeed.
Come on, be honest.
Yeah. All the hands are going up now. Look, anyway. We didn't, did we? Can we have a little blast of the chorus from Everything Stops to Tea before we finish today?
Okay.
Yeah?
All right.
Yeah, okay, right. Just
Come
one
here.
little blast of It's a very good English custom, though the weather be cold or hot. When you need a little pickup, you find a little teacup, can always hit the spot. For the soldiers may be fighting in the trenches or a battleship at sea, where there isn't any war when the clock strikes 4, everything stops for tea. I was doing that thing, you know that thing on Just a Minute? Was it Just a Minute? There was a radio programme where you have to sing a song to a different tune. That's what I was doing just then. That's what happened then.
Mad. I'm going back over here.
Crackers. Now then, we've got one more thing, haven't we?
Yeah.
Before we go, we've got a little funny.
I'm just going to finish the dregs of my teacup.
Yeah, because we've found a little video of a doggy that definitely not will be joining the guide dog training
No.
thing.
Not anytime soon.
Not anytime soon.
This is what I've just come home to. Dog in a bin. Do you want me to get you out?
That is the dog that is not going to be troubling the...
Oh, we're here.
No, we're over here now. We're over there.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, naughty dog. He'd obviously been looking for some rubbish or something.
Now, Maureen says you only got 2 right. Iris got 2 right. Anybody get 5 right? No, I think the one that upset the apple cart was the typhoon.
I think so too.
So there might have been a few 4s out there, but...
Well done, everybody.
Well done, everyone, yeah.
Right.
Anyway, so thanks indeed for watching.
Yeah.
And joining this mayhem this morning.
You don't know what a challenge it was trying to remember to ask the questions and give the answers.
I'm not sure we achieved it. Well, we did achieve it anyway.
Anyway, have a nice rest of
have
the
a lovely day.
and we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Bye-bye.
See you then. Bye-bye.